What's going on, young man? I am the over 50 guy / the online dad. Listen, if I can go back into my 20s and teach myself this one valuable lesson that would have changed and transformed the last 2.5 decades of my life, it would be simply this. It would be, bro, she can't save you. She cannot save you. What do I mean by that? I mean, man, that, in my young adult years, and I've talked about it plenty on these videos, how, I distracted myself with a lot of, women and sex and relationships and that. But somewhere in there, man, it was this ideal and concept that if I could just find the right woman, if I can just get the right girl in my life, then that would solve all of my problems. That somewhere, man, I just kind of forgot about the fact that it is my responsibility to love myself and to take care of myself. I always push that off on some other woman or push that off in a relationship, and it stunted a lot of my growth. I needed that validity. I needed that approval from other women so bad, and I chased after it the better part of my 20s. And as a result of chasing after it, man, I didn't do the things that I needed to do to build myself because I was so busy constantly trying to either maintain a relationship, get a relationship, maintain a relationship, or keep a relationship from ending, or running after it after it had ended. That is every major relationship, man, that I have ever been in especially in my 20s. Especially in my 20s. Young man, listen, no one is coming to save you. That means you're going to have to save yourself. And if you're going to save yourself, you're going to start building yourself. And if you don't know where to start, you can start with this brand new ebook that I created. It's called 45 Days to Find Your Way. It's a 9-step transformational guide to get you from where you are now to building yourself the way you really need to be building yourself. Listen, this book is not just information, it's transformation. So if you're ready to start taking your life serious, if you're ready to start moving forward and building yourself the way you really should be, then click the first link in the video description below and grab this book. All right, let's get back to the video. Thinking that, you know what, this will save me. When I look back on it, I wanted a savior. I wanted somebody to save me from myself, instead of building myself. That is the worst thing about it. When I look back on it, if I would have spent that time building me, then I wouldn't have needed these relationships to make me whole, right? So my father used to have a saying. He said, when they pull that lid over your head, he was talking about when you die and you're in a coffin or whatever. When they pull that lid over your head, you're the only one in there, right? And what he was trying to say to me is that you need to learn how to live for yourself, because you're damn sure going to die for yourself. No one is going to be in that box with you but you. So you got to learn how to do this thing on your own. What I would later come to realize is that women in relationships should be an add-on to your life or an add-on to your world. It shouldn't be your world. And I made these women in these relationships my entire world. And when you do that, men, when these women leave or when they change or when they are unavailable, when you make them your world, then you're fucked. You're absolutely shattered when that thing happens. And I experienced that more times than I really care to remember. Again, it would have changed the trajectory of my life had I decided to put more effort into building me, more effort into finding what it is that I really want to do, more effort into building my finances. I built my body. I was in shape in that, but that really wasn't for me. That was for them, right? And, I talk to you guys a lot about, having options in your life. And there's a difference. There's a difference, young man, between doing things to build you first and then, having the option to attract, different women into your life. Again, that's much different than you needing them in your life, right? For them to become your world. So yeah, that absolutely would have changed my entire world, man. That would have transformed my life. I look back on all of the time I look back on all of the time. I'm not even ashamed of it because I understand it now. I didn't understand it then. And I'm trying to convey this to you guys now so you don't make the same mistake. I'm not even ashamed of it that, relationships would end, back when I was in my 20s. And if I would have took the time that I spent trying to, get back with a woman or trying to, come on, let's make this work. Let's, if I just would have took that time, forget the pursuing and maintaining, just the time that I spent trying to keep this thing alive well after the time that I knew it was over. Just that time right there spent on trying to learn a new skill, spent on something to build myself. That would have changed my life. That would have changed my life. So, there's many of things, man, that I could look back on and say, if I would have done these things differently, my life would have been totally transformed. Plenty of things like that. But I know that this for me is the main thing. And, I just kind of did a similar video to this, dealing with validation and approval. But I would tell you, man, right now that, it may not be women for you. It could be something else that you are hiding in, right? To avoid facing yourself. Like when I look back on it, that was a lot of it too. Had a lot of childhood trauma, a lot of stuff like that. And as long as I was, ass deep in a woman, I didn't have to deal and face those types of things, right? So again, it will keep you for whatever reason and whatever it is that you're using as a distraction, man, to build yourself. You got to address that now. You have to address that now, no matter how painful it is, right? That it will keep you. It will keep you from doing the very things you need to be doing now to become the man that you really want to be. See, I was trying to become the man they wanted me to be, right? Because the relationship was more important. I should have been focused on becoming the man that I need to become for me, because that whether they're there or not, I'm cool. And that's what you want, man. That's what you want. You want to build your own self so that whether a woman is there or not, you cool. You cool. Your money is right. So whether she's there or not, I'm cool. You're attracting different women. So you have the option now not to just throw all in with one. You have the option to throw in with many or none at all because you cool, right? Your money is right. Your life is right. You're working on something purposeful or you're doing something purposeful in your life. You've built something, a skill, a business, something, right? But you're doing none of that. You're doing none of that, man. If you allow, whether it be relationship or something else, if you allow that to be your world instead of you being your world, you're going to pay a cost for that, man. You're definitely going to pay a cost for that. So, yeah, when I look back on it, if I could have taught myself just one lesson, it is that it would be, she is not going to save you. You are going to have to save yourself. And you need to start doing stuff right now. You need to start doing stuff right now to be your own savior, right? That whether it's her or anything else, you don't need anybody to save you. You've already saved your goddamn self. That's the lesson I would have taught myself if I can go back in my 20s. And if I could have done that, man, I know I could have been way more or been way further ahead than I am right now, right? So just food for thought this morning, young men, for you guys. You're at such a pivotal time in your life right now. Again, I identify 18 to 29 in my videos because that is where I really dropped the ball, and I dropped the ball in a lot of instances on what I'm telling you now, right? So listen, that is all I have for you guys today. Hope that helps. Hope that add some value or give you something to think about. I am the Over 50 guy / the online dad. We'll be back with another one soon.